everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nehla, and in today's video I'm gonna be doing something different from what I usually do, because I find a lot of people asking me regarding so many doubts they have about ACCA, and few people from the science background wanting an entire career shift, and they want to pursue ACCA and so many other things like that. So in today's video I'm gonna cover up everything you need to know about ACCA before joining this course. So here are some notes that I prepared before joining this course. Like, I used to compare between so many other courses and then chose ACCA. So I used to take notes about ACCA, CMA, CPA, CIA, CFA and so many other courses, and I used to compare. So I'm going to use the same notes to give you information. Because firstly, what exactly is ACCA? So ACCA stands for Association of Certified Chartered Accountant, which is one of the oldest accounting firm in the world that is located in the United Kingdom. ACCA is also globally recognized certificate, so as long as there are emerging companies around the world, you don't really have to worry about the scope of this certificate because it's spread all over the world. And ACCA also provides final signing authority to 100 plus countries, although India with few other countries stands as an exemption to this, because Indian ACAI body doesn't allow the ACCAs to have the final signing authority, as they consider the Indian taxation a lot more different from the UK taxation. Although this is nothing to be worried about, because ACCAs are trying their level best to have this authority in India, but hopefully we have this in the near future. But if you still prefer to be an auditor in India after ACCA, there is still an option called internal auditor, which doesn't have the final signing authority but still works as an auditor. So that will be a perfect option for you if you just want to get into auditing. And although ACCA is not limited to just auditing, and there are just so many positions out there that you just have to explore. The next factor about this course is what pulled me into this course, because to me ACCA and US CPA were two neck-on-neck competition, because they both are highly valuable, globally recognized and well-promising future. With these two courses I was confused which one to go for, and this factor pulled me into this course, which is the eligibility criteria. So the eligibility criteria for ACCA is right after your 12th grade. If you pass your 12th grade, you can join ACCA. That is all you need to do. Whereas for US CPA, you need to have 120 credit points, which is your UG plus PG, which is a very time-consuming process. And as a girl, I don't have much time left for me, so I had to quickly go and I chose ACCA. And I wouldn't regret it, because it's cool. You don't get any exemption when you choose right after your 12th grade, but I did get. That is another story. I'll tell you later. But if you're getting into this program right after your 12th grade with no university integrated programs, then 1 to 13 papers of this course comes compulsory. The next factor about this course is something that pulled a lot of students into this course, which is the flexibility. The flexibility of this course is so much higher compared to the Indian CA, because you have exams 4 times a year, which is in the month of March, June, September and December. And when you are ready, you book your exams by yourself and give it a go, because you don't have to write it all together. You can choose 1 paper at a time, 2 paper at a time, 3 paper at a time. You will have each exams on different dates, and you get to choose. If you are ready for 3 papers, you give it a go. If you're ready for 1 paper, you give it a go. It's all up to you. Whereas when compared to CA, you have to give a group of exams at a time, and if you fail one, you have to repeat every other paper even if you have passed it. I would say that is something hectic, because even if you pass it, you keep on writing the same paper, which is very depressing. So comparatively, in my opinion, I would say it is more flexible than the Indian CA. The next factor about this course is the adaptability of this course, and I would say ACCA is far more adaptable than any other courses which I've ever referred to, because they have 2 kinds of exams. One is center-based exam, the other one is remote-based exams. So if you choose center-based exam, they have centers all around the world, and you can choose your preference and just give the exam. And if you are not in a position to travel and you want to sit at your home and write the exam at the comfort of your own home, you can choose remote-based exams, where you just have to run a system test and see if your system is adaptable and eligible for giving the exam. And that's it, which I think is a cool option, because I don't know if the other things have it, but this is the first time I'm seeing a remote based exam, so I think that's cool. Yeah. The next thing about this is the payment factors. The entire payment category can be distributed into three components. The first one is registration fee, then the subscription fee, and then the payment, exam payments. Okay, so the first one is registration. This is something that is done once. That is the first payment every student has to make to the accounting body to create an account for yourself. So when you go to the ACCA website, when you scroll down, you will find something called My ACCA. To create an account in that, you have to pay certain sum of amount, which is called the registration fee. So once that is created, that is where you book your exams, and that account is customized to your you that is where you upload your certificates to get exemptions, and everything related to you is in that account. So that is the first payment which every student has to make, and your account is created. Yeah. Second one is the subscription fee. Now this is very similar to your Netflix account. Like if you're getting an annual subscription for Netflix account for the first year, you can watch how much ever series you want and everything. For the next year, you'll have to pay again to watch series, right? So the same thing goes here. If you want to book your exams that year, you will have to pay, and for the next year, if you want to book your exams, you will have to pay the annual subscription fee again, and then write your exams. Okay, so just for instance, if you forget to pay your subscription fee, like they'll keep sending you mails reminding you to pay it, and they'll say deadline is near and all, but just in case if you forget to do it, you will have to re-register and then give the subscription fee and then book your exams. Like first the registration fee, and then the subscription fee, and then the exam fee. Lastly is your exam payment. Okay, so now let's say you registered your account and you paid your subscription fee, and now you're ready to give your exam. Okay, so let's say you are giving financial reporting paper this coming December. Okay, so the financial reporting paper in Indian rupees comes around 12 to 13,000, and if you are going to attempt your exam and you clear it in one go, it's great. Okay, so if you didn't clear, just in case if you fail that exam and you have to reappear, then you'll have to pay that exam fee again to appear again. Okay, so every time you book, make sure you are ready to give that exam, because you have to pay every attempt you give, which is really not a good thing. Like you're literally wasting your money if you're just going to give your attempt and fail. So make sure you are prepared enough to give your attempt, because it's not a small amount. You're paying some huge amount to the accounting body, so you really don't want to waste it. But I wouldn't say that you should not fail if you're going to book your exam. No, that is not what I meant. Like if you are booking your exam, make sure you give your everything into it. Even after studying so much, there are chances that you can still fail, because there may be something where somewhere you went wrong in the method that you followed to study. Okay, but that is a complete different scenario. Even after you fail, even if you fail after studying so much, there will be something that you learn from the journey. Okay, but I've seen a person, there is this particular person who came and texted me on Instagram telling me that I have booked my exam for FR and I haven't studied. I just doesn't feel like, I'm procrastinating, I have mood swings and I'm not ready to study, but I really hope I can pass this thing. Like, how is that possible? Like, that is not a thing. Like, don't ever book your exams if you have your mood swings and procrastination. That first get your mind mentally stable and then book your exams. Just don't be like this. Next is scope of ACCA in India. Okay, so I would say the scope is arising rapidly, because 5 years back no one really knew about ACCA, but including me. But now the big fours like KPMG, Deloitte, EY, and all are ready to hire ACCAs into their company. Okay, so I would relate this incident to trending reel. Okay, there is a trend arising. Just consider a trend arising and you are posting a reel on it. So when the trend is going to spread, the more people will watch your videos than the people posting after you. Yeah, so automatically your video will have a lot of views. Just like that, ACCA is just arising. So if you have that certificate, the people after you, the people who get the certificate after you may not have the opportunities that you will have. Okay, so make sure to jump onto the trend before everyone gets into it, so you will have lot more opportunities and scopes and vacancies than the other people who come after you. So that is what but this is a theory that I used for myself. I created for myself to motivate myself. Like there is someone always behind you, right behind you, rest competing with you. But when you procrastinate for one day, the amount they study is going to be higher than you, and they may get the opportunities which was originally meant for you, and you're going to lose it just because you were lazy for one day. So this is what I constantly remind myself with. So I just push myself out of the bed and study. So yeah, if there is something wrong in this theory, I really hope you don't take it into heart, because I just thought maybe this is of some help to you. Yeah, okay, so just know that the scope is very high, it is a rising, and there is a huge demand for students who complete ACCA, so just go for it. So the next is the levels of examination. So ACCA, as I said before, have 13 papers in total, so which is completely categorized into 3 categories. The first one is knowledge level, the second is skill level, and then comes the professional level. So for knowledge level, they have, which is the basic foundation level, which has 3 papers. So the first one is business and technology, and then management accounting and financial accounting. So most of the people have this exempted, because most people do this along with your BCom or after BCom. So these subjects comes under BCom syllabus, so mostly people have this exempted. But if you are opting for ACCA right after your 12th grade, you will have to complete these and then go for the next level. So the second level is skill based level, which has corporate and business law, financial reporting, financial management, audit assurance, stats, performance management. So that is all with skill based. And few people which has some universities have integrated programs with ACCA, and those universities, whoever pursues ACCA from those universities, will have exemptions in skill based levels, just like me, who has 6 exemptions. So some people have 9 exemptions, which is a great thing, because you have to finish 4 papers and you are in ACCA. That is really cool. So yeah, that's how it goes. And the last level, which is the professional level, you will have 6 paper, and in which you will have to write 4. You can choose whichever 4 you want, like based upon your preference. That is just the advanced level of audit assurance, financial reporting, and all these papers. You will have an advanced level of these papers. That is what the professional level contains. Okay, so now let's say you finish your entire examination process, you finished all your exams, and then you will be called as an ACCA affiliate. Okay, so once you finish your PER, after that comes your PER, just like your articleship in Indian CA, which is the on-site experience, which you'll have to do for 36 months, approximately 3 years, and then you will be called as a ACCA member. So that's how things goes. Okay, so when you finish your exams, you are an ACCA affiliate. When you finish your articleship, which is PER, then you will be called as an ACCA member. Okay, and then you will have this suffix to your name called ACCA. You can flex it all you want, and you will have this badge, certificate, and everything they'll give you. Like, just looking at that badge, that's a emotion, I would say. Yeah, when I watch videos of people having that and flexing it, I'll be like all teary and all. Like, it's all good when you see that. Yeah. Let's talk about the cost and time duration of this course. The problem over here is you cannot estimate it, because each people take their own time and cost, and it all depends. Okay, so if you estimate it, the cost would come around 3 to 4 lakhs, which you will have to directly pay to the ACCA, which doesn't include the tuition fee, that is the coaching classes, and the books fee, which is all separate apart from these 4 lakhs that is estimated. Okay, because each people, some may clear it in the first go, some may take 4 to 5 attempts to clear it, so it all depends. Okay, and that is it. And the time duration for the examinations alone, if you slowly give each attempt a one go, you can complete it probably by 3.5 years. Yeah, and then you can go for your PER, which will be a comfortable journey, I guess. Yeah. Now this is a common mistake which students who pursue ACCA would make. Okay, because I used to, but not anymore. Okay, so the first one would be ignoring theoretical questions. So theoretical questions, people only focus on the practical sums and think theory. Now we can just just read it and do it, and no, it's not. Like, just imagine if theory was that easy, then auditing would be the easiest subject, because auditing is entirely above theory. Okay, so just imagine, theory is equally important just like your practical sum. So I would say theory is more important in auditing, because it is entirely based upon a theory subject. So ignoring theory is a stupid mistake you can make. Yeah. Next thing is underestimating the difficulty level of the MCQ questions. So if you guys didn't know, ACCA has a lot of MCQ questions. For instance, let's take FR, which I have written twice. So FR has MCQs worth 60 marks. Okay, so just imagine the passing merit is 50 marks. Okay, so just imagine if MCQs were that easy, I could have easily cleared that. Yeah, I just need 50, but MCQs are worth 60 marks. Yeah, so just say it's not at all easy, because MCQs, I would say it's even more harder to score marks in MCQs than the big questions. Because let's say you have a question and it has two answers. Okay, so if you get one right and one wrong, if it was a practical, handwritten question, the teachers would give you 1 mark for that question, and because one answer was right. But over here, if you get one wrong and one right, the entire question is wrong and you will get a 0. It's either 2 marks or 0. That is how it is. Next one is mugging up. Okay, just don't do that. It is not at all possible to mug up, because in the textbook, which people usually use to mug up, yeah, you will only have what has to be done in such scenario. Only such kind of things will be given. And in the exam, it will be a different case study. You will be given a case and you will have to apply your learnt knowledge in that case. Okay, so when you mug up, you definitely cannot do it, because in AA, which is auditing, which I gave, it is the book will only tell you what has to be done in such situation, and over here in the exam you will have to apply your knowledge and you'll have to crack your brain for that. So mugging up is not at all an option in ACCA, so don't ever think that. Final point is, just don't underestimate the entire ACCA course itself. Okay, you'll find me comparing it with CA and telling you how easy it is and how flexible it is, but ACCA is definitely flexible but never easy. Okay, it's a professional validation which has its own difficulty level, but that's not supposed to make you scared or something, because it is difficult and that is what makes it beautiful. Yeah, when it is easy, everyone can do it. Yeah, but what makes it more beautiful, because it's hard, and if you complete it even though it is so hard, that makes you shine. So that is what makes it more valuable. So it's definitely flexible but not easy, but if you put in the right amount of efforts, it's definitely worth it. So to the people out there who are looking to have an entire career shift from science to ACCA, I would say it's not too late, because from 10th grade, for 2 years you will be categorized into science and commerce streams. Only those 2 years you will be missing out. For ACCA, you need to have a strong accounting background. It's not just Indian, it is international standards that you will have to be learning in ACCA. So for which actually ACCA doesn't care about the stream that you come from, but when you pursue ACCA, you need to be sure of the accounting knowledge that you hold. So make sure to indulge yourself into some private classes where you can have some accounting knowledge, or just go through YouTube videos. There are so many YouTube videos out there teaching the basics of accounting. Just grab a good hold of those and then indulge yourself into ACCA, which I promise will be a cool thing, because it's not too late for you. Just 2 years of difference which you can just complete it with some basic knowledge. Yeah, so I think I've covered everything that I wanted to, and let me just give you something that you have to know. If you get into this journey and if you face a failure, there are going to be people who try to bring you down, but you will never find a student or a person who finished this course trying to bring you down, because they know the efforts that each person has to put in to get into it, and they would have faced something very similar to this, so they will never try to bring you down. Only the people who have no idea about this will try to mock at you or deceive you, because it's hard, but still you showed up the courage and you took this course knowing it's hard. You had the courage to do it, which others did not have. Okay, so just keep your head high and move ahead. No people, no nothing. It's your goal and only you can achieve it. Okay, people who talk about it behind your back are only gonna keep doing it because that is where they belong, behind you. So keep going and just don't let anything bother you. Just just focus on the 5 to 6 years of your life. Like, you know, this is the last studying section you will have, because later on you will get into the corporate world, which is completely different. So this last few years are very important for your future. Like, you've come so far, you've studied for 14 to 15 years of school, and like so much, like you've come so far from that. This is the final section where you will have to focus, and this decides whether your future is going to be successful or not. Okay, so just make sure to give it your fullness, because the failure, the pain you will face in this journey is not permanent, but the regret you will have later is going to be there forever. So just make sure you do whatever feels right for you, and make sure you don't have any regrets. Yeah, I guess that's it. And if you guys have any more doubts regarding this, you can comment down, and you can also text me on Instagram. The link is given in the description. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.